Yeah. I'm just gonna do a general read again, see what's coming through, what most needs to be heard. If it resonates with you, take the message. If it doesn't, let it go. If you feel like, so I've dropped all my cards. If you feel like you're fighting and trying to make it fit, it's not for you, and that's fine. Just relax. Like it's just a tarot reading on the internet. It's not life or death. Okay. So let's see what you most need to hear. Okay. Flying up. Pick all three. Okay. So the first card that came out is the Empress. Okay, so this is the divine feminine. She is creation. She is fertile. She is blossoming and everything kind of beautiful and Venusian and just abundance. Like you can see, like all around her hair, there's all this like fruit, which looks like money. But it's, yeah, it is just that feeling of just having a harvest and more than you need kind of thing. But it's all coming from her. It's a real kind of focus on realizing that you are the source of everything. Like everything starts with you and your energy. Um, so the other cards that came out with that, okay, so you got the Four of Cups, Four of Emotions. So this is very much, it's about shifting your perspective and seeing what you already have in your life. So you can see here she's got like three cups that are full and she looks a bit bored, a bit kind of despondent, just like, just these old things, I'm bored of these cups. Yeah, they're good cups, but I'm bored. But if she looked around, like properly looked, she's in a cup. Her whole life is a cup. Her whole life is a creative, overflowing wonderland of like abundance and joy. And like you can see here is like the flower of life. It's like speaking to sort of the energetics and the fabric of the universe. So again, it's this idea of everything starts with you and your energy. This needs to be your focal point. Um, Cultivating this light inside yourself. So, oops, my God, I'm such a klutz. Um, One of the key lessons held within the Four of Cups is the notion of gratitude. So to shift your perspective from looking at things and being like, "Oh, it's a bit rubbish," it's to find things that you can be grateful for. As much as things can seem small and mundane because you see them every day, it's become your normal reality. It's like, have you got tea bags in the cupboard? Do you have, you know, running water? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have heating? Do you have, a garden? A park down the road if you don't have a garden? Like any of these little things, they're things to be grateful for and to shift your attention to and just be like, actually, yeah, it's really nice that it's sunny and I can just step outside and feel that and be in that rather than being stuck indoors and in the rat race kind of thing. And just like any little shift, they don't need to, you could be grateful for big stuff. That'd be ace if you've got that possibility in your life. Um, but yeah, just small things like your nan sending you a message or meeting up with your best friend or your partner coming home with a bunch of flowers for you or a bottle of wine or whatever you're into. Like, just really feel the gratitude and the positive vibes that come with that. And the more you feel that, the more you naturally notice more of it around you. And it just builds this spark. 'Cause, I mean, you can see in both of these cards, like, so you're building this spark that spirit's trying to give to you. They're like, look, your whole life is like infused with this spark. And once you start to feel it, you'll know that the universe, as I describe it, like God, spirit, the energetics of the world, it all comes from within you. You've got that inside you. So the more you feel into the gratitude and the joy and filling your own cup, doing things that you enjoy that make you feel in flow and sparky, that fills that up. And then you can create more beautiful, wonderful things because you're just in that vibration, which is where you want to be. So the last card that came out with that little shuffle was again about finding that inner spark. So it's the hermit. So the hermit speaks of withdrawing perhaps from the chaos of modern life, retreating into your cave a little bit. That doesn't need to be like literal of like taking yourself into the woods and finding a cave or whatever. It can just be like going for a walk alone, just shutting off from the world. Don't take your phone with you. I know, revolutionary. Go on a walk without your phone. Um, just really disconnecting, like shut yourself in your room, put your favorite music on, whatever it takes to just get you aligned with your true energy and just really feel into that spark. Like, who are you in there? What does the little you inside like doing? What did you like doing as a kid? Like, what lit you up? Were you the sort who made potions in the garden? Did you like painting? Did you like coloring? Did you like riding your bike? Did you like running really fast? It's like, what things did you like doing? Try a little bit of that again now as an adult. This isn't like big, scary stuff. It's not like excavating your shadow and like breaking yourself down. It's like, it's curiosity, it's fun, it's light-hearted. This isn't, there shouldn't be barriers to doing this. It's just a case of blocking off everything else that's noisy that distracts you from tuning into that. So again, like that's the reason for putting the phone down, because that's like in the world right now, the primary distractor machine from hearing yourself. And then the message around the hermit then is like, once you've rediscovered that light and spent that bit of time reconnecting to yourself, the hermit then emerges from his cave and he holds up his lantern, which has his light inside it. Excuse me. And he radiates that out into the world, almost like a lighthouse. In some decks it's depicted in that way, that like once you've found your light, you hold it up and that acts as a like a permission slip and a guiding light for those around you to be like, oh, that person's radiating in their authentic self. That's go them. That's awesome. I want to do that. And that's you being that empress. You're creating in the world because you are shining and being in your authentic vibration. You allow other people to do that. You're therefore rippling that out to the people around you. So when we talk about you being this creator, it doesn't need to be about manifesting, but it's about like your frequency affects the frequencies around you. If you think about like um there's that experiment with like a tuning fork, that if you hit a tuning fork and it's like vibrating, if you bring one that's the same frequency near it, it will start to vibrate. So it's like your influence will influence those around you if they're of a similar vibe, or they'll be repelled if they're not to your vibe, which again, it's not a bad thing. um so yeah, as you are vibrating at your natural authentic frequency, you will help others vibrate at theirs, and that is creating your reality, because you are creating more authentic people around you, and who doesn't want that? I mean, ace. Anyway, let's see what else, if there's anything else they want to say, because that feels fairly concise. Anything else? Okay, we'll take them. No, it's 2 minutes. Just one step. Nice. Okay. Yes. Okay, so one more that they wanted to bring, the Ace of Emotions, which is the Ace of Cups. I really love this depiction of the Ace of Cups because it really feels like she's coming up for air. It's like this real can breathe. So again, it's like all these things clambering onto her. So this is those distractions. This is other people's needs. This is other people's projections of who you should be. The armor that you've built to protect little you that's hiding inside because you're scared of getting rejected and judged and blah, 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 blah. All the negativity. That's what all this is, like clogging you up. And it's just like, I just need to breathe. So create that space, create the ability for yourself to catch that breath, whether it's on your commute to work, when you're in your car, I'd like going in the car is such an amazingly freeing little space for me personally in my life. Like as soon as I'm in there, put my tunes on, you feel so free and it's your little contained space, provided you haven't got all the family in the car. Um, or if you're on a train, plane, whatever, headphones on, listen to your music, just get into your vibe. Um, or just get out into nature and, get that peace or exercise if that helps to clear your head. Just create that space intentionally for yourself to be able to catch a breath and breathe. And the thing about the Ace of Cups in the traditional deck, it's like this cup from Spirit. So you can imagine like this cup being handed by Spirit and it's overflowing. So it's the fact that once you've filled your cup by spending this time alone and doing things that you love that fill you up, your cup then overflows and you can give that to other people. You tune in folks because you're overflowing, it triples onto everyone else and they can receive that and it builds them up. And you, because you're spending that time cultivating your own interest and your own spark and your own vibration, it means that in giving to others from your overflow, you're not depleted in that because you're overflowing. They're getting from that. You are never decreasing in your cup. It never gets to this point of being like half empty because you're constantly going, I need to go out for a walk. I need to just like, prioritize it because it's for the benefit of everyone. It's not selfish. This whole self-care isn't selfish. That's true because, we're not talking about bubble baths and stuff. It's things that truly, well, if baths work for you, cool. But like, um, whatever it is that is caring to yourself, tending to yourself, that fills you up and makes you feel your most you, the most you can be. That is filling your cup. That is your self-care. And it's not selfish because once your cup is full, again, it overflows and everyone benefits. So I think that's kind of where I want to leave it. It feels, I know it's been quick, but it's like full, isn't it? It's like you've got to, this is all about your cups, noticing what fills you up, tending to it, knowing that by finding that light, you can then radiate it out and create your whole reality from there. But it starts with you finding what fulfills you, what fills you up. Okay, see you next time.